Hey senior photographers, if you have heard of a senior rep team or senior spokesmodel team, model team, senior street team, there's so many names for it. But if you have heard of this kind of program and you're wondering how to get started in creating one, then stay tuned because today I'm talking about how to start a senior rep team. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey if you're new here, and I am a senior photographer based in Richmond, Virginia, and this channel is just my space where I like to share some helpful tips and tricks for running your photography business, specifically for your seniors. So if that sounds like something you need, stick around because I've got all this stuff for you. Before we jump into today's video, I just really quickly want to share with you about my Posing for Gen Z guide, which is my freebie, my free gift to you, just saying thank you for being here. My go-to prompts for trendy posing that my seniors absolutely love. I literally use them at every single session, and this guide is just for you. It's literally free. The link is right down in the description, so be sure to grab that before you head out of here. In today's video, we are going to be talking about specifically how to start a senior rep team. So the first few steps that you need to be looking at and taking to get started with creating a senior rep team. So I'm going to give you about 5 action steps that you can start taking to get yourself ready to launch a team. I've been getting this question a lot lately, which is why I wanted to make a whole video about it. I actually tried creating a reel and I just had too much information that was going over the 1.5-minute time span that you have on Instagram. So I scratched that idea and just decided to make a whole YouTube video on it because I've been getting this question a lot. So let's dive in because there's some good information I want you to know. So first things first is that you're going to need some content. So if you have never photographed a group of senior girls or high school girls, or if you have a team with guys on it too, it includes that as well. I just personally have girls on my team, so that's what I'll be saying. But you're gonna want to create some content first things first, really. So this is literally how I got started with mine. Is I went out and I asked some of my past seniors that I had photographed for their senior sessions if they would get together with a group of friends and let me, photograph them. Fun little best friend photo shoot, which the girls love. Plus it gives you some great content to start posting that you are creating a senior rep team and wanting to launch it soon. So whether it's a past senior that you've already photographed before, which I think is the best route because they've already been in front of your camera and know how you work and probably have a good rep with them, or if that's not possible, you can ask maybe a friend's daughter who is a teenager, or your little cousin, little sister. It doesn't have to necessarily be a high school senior. As long as it's a teenager and they've got a group of friends, you've got multiple people in front of the camera, you're good to go. And this is great for a few reasons. One, because you're going to get good content from it, but it's also going to give you some experience working with multiple people, because it definitely is very different photographing a group of girls than it is just one girl, one-on-one on her senior set. So step number 2 is to just start planning. And this might sound simple, but there's a lot that you can go into to get started planning. So some key things that you're going to want to think about is how much you want your team to cost. When I first started my team, I only charged the amount that I charged for a normal senior session. And this was a few years ago. This is when I was charging like $450, $475. Maybe even a little bit less than that, but it's somewhere in the 400s, so it's pretty low. And each year that I've had a team, I've raised those prices just to be able to include, more fun things, better props for shoots, connections with vendors. So you want to determine the cost of your session, and I would not do the team for free. It's going to be a waste of your time, and the girls aren't going to take it as seriously, nor their parents. So if you are just starting out, I would start off with your base price just for your, flat out senior session, and then they're gonna get those extra perks, and it's gonna be a great selling point for you as well. Also gonna want to start determining when you take a look at your calendar. Start planning when you want the applications to open, how long you want them to be open for, you want them to close and be the deadline, the cutoff, and then start thinking about the requirements for the team. You'll also want to go ahead and create your application, and I use the website called Jotform. It's free, it's super easy to use and customize and add in all your information. So once again, step number 2 is to start planning out your team, determine the cost for your team, look at opening and closing dates for your application, requirements for the team, and set a date for the meet and greet party, which is where the girls all come together and they all get to meet for the first time. And what I like to do is just go over all the steps and, you know, give them information about the team and have food, and we take pictures, and it's a lot of fun. Step number 3 is to start creating social media content. And what's included in this is graphics for your posts. You can do like Q&As that you can post on your stories, graphics with information about the team and what they might need to know before applying, and also creating things like reels, getting people hyped up, and picture posts just to get people excited. And what I like to do, and what I did my very first round of my senior rep team, was that I created graphics for all my past seniors that I had already, you know, photographed for that specific year especially. I put their picture, one of their senior pictures on it, and then I messaged them and asked if they wouldn't mind sharing about it and posting the graphics that I made for them, and none of them had an issue with it. And that's actually the #1 way that I got people to apply for my team, was because they saw girls from their school that they were friends with post about it, even though those girls had never been on the team, but they liked what their senior pictures looked like and then were interested in joining the team, you know, for their senior year. So if you haven't thought about doing that and asking your past seniors that you've worked with to, you know, start recommending it to their friends and you know, share a few things about it. I believe I even sent them like a $5 or like Starbucks card or something, so it doesn't have to be a lot, but just send them a little something and say thank you, just to show your appreciation for them and sharing about your brand new senior team. So step number 4, after you've been posting about the team a little bit, getting people excited, sharing that a team is coming, hyping people up, what I like to do is create a wait list, and I do this through Flowdesk, which is my email platform that I use. And so I create a wait list on there, essentially. The girls who are interested ahead of time can drop their emails into it, and I actually give them access to the application a day before they launch. And this gets people really excited. They feel like they're getting exclusive access to the senior rep team. Plus, this is good for you because this is a good indicator of the girls that are going to be really great for your team, who are already excited about it. They are, you know, jumping the gun and applying early instead of waiting until, you know, the last day to apply, which happens a lot. Plus, I will use this as a kind of like an email sequence where I will send them a few emails ahead of time just with some more information about it and to get them extra excited through their emails. And step number 5 is going to be launch day, and this is when you want to be so freaking excited. Make it the biggest deal in the world that your applications have opened. You could even do something like a giveaway. Maybe you give away a spot on the team, or you give away a free, you know, best friend session, or like a little mini session or something, just to get people excited and people interacting with your post, get people to apply, and just get the word spread around really quickly when you're making it the biggest deal. High school seniors are not going to be excited about something unless you're excited about it. So you have to make this the biggest deal ever. And I know sometimes it can feel like you're oversharing or overposting about something, and maybe you know, it feels annoying, it feels salesy, it doesn't feel right, it feels kind of icky sometimes, not always. I know that when I first started a team and first started like promoting stuff, that's how I felt about it. But in reality, the digital world is going by so fast. The quote used to be that it takes somebody 7 times to see something for it to actually click in their brain that like, oh, she's doing this. Now the statistic, I cannot say that word, is way higher. I think it's like 20 something times. So just remember that, and throughout the entire time that your applications are open, be consistently posting about it, still keep talking about it, answer people's questions, get people interacting with your posts. I promise you, not as many people have seen it or heard about it. They haven't, not as many as you think. Trust me. So real quickly, let's go back over those 5 steps. And number 1 is to start creating content. Get a group of girls, take their photos as a group. Number 2, start planning. So determine the cost, when your applications are going to open and close, and the date of your meet and greet. The other photo shoots can come later on your calendar, but get these few things settled, you know, in place now, and start creating your application. And step number 3 is to start creating graphics and all your social media content. Go ahead and get it scheduled on like Planoly. If you use something like that, get it scheduled out so you know what's coming and what you're going to be posting about so that you can be consistent. Step number 4 is to create a wait list, which is super easy to do on Flowdesk. Just set up the form. just set up the form and then have the link for it in your Instagram bio and link it in your stories so that the seniors can be dropping their emails into it. And then step number 5 is to make launch day, aka when the applications open, the biggest deal ever. And like I mentioned earlier, I think it's a good idea to do some sort of giveaway, have people, you know, apply for the team and then, you know, screenshot it, add it to their story, tag you, and that's like their entry into your giveaway. Something like that works really well, but just get people excited because they're not going to be excited unless you're excited, and the word's not going to spread. Hopefully this video was helpful for you in just getting kind of the ball rolling and creating a senior team. If you're watching this video as it has gone live in September of 2023, then this is stuff that you need to be doing right now to get ready to launch your applications in the spring, or even at the start of the year. I've done both ways. I've even literally started the applications in May. So it's never too late as long as you get it started before the current juniors start their senior year, then you're good to go. And it's also a good idea to just start prepping people that something really exciting is coming, so that they, you know, get it in their brain to be on the lookout and get excited when you officially announce and launch your senior rep team. I absolutely love talking about my senior rep team and helping other photographers get started in one and running a team. So if you have any other questions about what a senior rep team is, how to do it, you know, what's involved, leave a comment below or send me a DM on Instagram and I would be happy to answer any question that you might have. So let me know what I can help you with, and that's all I got for today's video. Just give this video a little thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all next week with another video. Bye!